Our system is what we call it a grasping appliance. Basically, we design a machine vision system that images a container full of arriving goods. We integrate in a robot arm, and we make our own highly customized end effectors. These end effectors really encompass a great deal of our technology. They use both suction and fingers in order to grasp and manipulate an object. And the combination of that and the machine intelligence surrounding, where when you look at an object do you think about trying to put a finger in order to pick it up or manipulate it. That's a major research challenge that we think has been tackled, in our case, largely through integration of software and hardware. In other words, because we understand intimately how the hardware will behave when it comes in contact with an object, we can design a motion planning routine that's going to cause the whole system to work successfully end to end. Well, when a camera photographs an object, when you're trying to pick something up just from a first impression, you don't see the whole object. You might not even see one side of an object completely, especially if they're all stacked or jumbled inside a container. And for us, the interesting problem then is to try to understand what you're looking at. So when someone hands you a container, you take an image and you need to figure out, for example, segmentation. How do I figure out which of the things I'm looking at are distinct items to be picked? Now that can be relatively simple, say in the case of cans of soup. Cans of soup, you'll see nice circular tops, when you look in on them in a box. Or you could have something like cardboard boxes that are stacked so closely that they appear to be one continuous surface. And trying to get a computer to figure out then, if I get a presentation like this that's tricky, where I have a bunch of very similar objects packed together so I don't know where one object ends and the next begins, or where I have a bunch of amorphous objects, say clothing. If I have clothing stacked in something there, it may be wrinkled. How do you tell a wrinkle from the edge between two separate pieces of clothing? This is the kind of machine vision problem that we are working on in order to handle objects without models. I'm pretty sure that in the future, people will expect a robot to be able to pick anything, say, lighter than 5 pounds, regardless of what the package looks like or how it's structured. That's the level of versatility that people are going to expect. So that's what we're shooting for.